Should pick up on both, so we should be okay.
Did it pick up on both?
I sure hope so, buddy.
Are you recording?
I sure hope so. Yeah, that red light's on. Remember you
Oh,
pointed that out to me a couple weeks ago?
You didn't even know?
I've had this thing for fucking 5 years. It was always annoyed me that the screen went off on it when I hit record, and I couldn't tell if it was recording.
Oh, yeah, the red dot.
Turns out there's a classic
red
55-year-old tech called a red light that lets you know you're recording.
He's slipping.
Oh, buddy, am I ever? You have no idea.
What is it?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. I'm Trev.
I'm David. Welcome to the Trudging Along.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to where we just talk about things that are making us miserable or really affecting us in positive ways.
Or we just go off on tangents.
Yeah, I do like that part too. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Here's to
feeling good all the time?
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Yeah, it's the Christ has come again.
All over my face.
All over his face.
Easter was such an annoying time for me when I was very religious, which is bizarre because if you actively believe Catholicism, then Easter's the big one, not Christmas.
Boy, biggest time of year, yeah.
Yeah, JC.
And the lead up to it as well.
Yeah, Lent.
Lent was just a chore when I was in Catholic school.
Lent, you give something up, right?
Yeah.
I always tried to give up my will to live, which wasn't that difficult.
Yeah, it's really easy. Just get a sharp knife.
And then so Lent was because Jesus fasted for 40 days in the desert. Is that why?
Yeah.
And that's not Advent, right? Advent's just the colored candles.
And in Catholic school, Lent, we have a religion class, and they always want to know where you're at with your with a thing you've chose to.
What you're giving up?
Giving up, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember any classics for you?
Oh, I would give up like a candy I always ate.
Something really easy, right? Yeah.
Stupid.
No, you don't want to be giving up anything difficult.
No, but some kids like
some hardcores.
There are some hardcores that would give up like meat and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I think I know people that give up meat on Fridays just generally.
Really?
They get a filet of fish.
Yeah, my school had a lot of I guess a lot of Filipinos are very religious.
Oh yeah, it's big there. Yeah, the missionaries did their work. They went in there and they absolutely said, "You guys are going to hell if you don't do X, Y, or Z. Don't have any meat."
Like my school was made up of like at least 60% Filipino kids because they're very religious.
And they were the ones that cut out meat. Isn't it crazy? That's like the biggest sacrifice I can do is become a vegetarian for a month and a half.
And then we would have a retreat too, where you'd go to a religious camp. For a day?
I helped run some of those.
Oh, yeah. And you sit in a circle.
Not the ones you went to.
And you'd have to confess your sin or something, like something that was bad.
See, that's weird because it was Catholic, right?
Catholic,
yeah. The confession is just supposed to be priest in person. It's not supposed to be a circle jerk of what did you wrong.
I think this is because it was the camp and all this. We had like this
counselor. There was some real weird vibes at Catholic camp.
But some of the kids would break down, like cry.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there like, you're fucking 16 years old.
Well, you're 16 years old and you're being told that you're going to hell for touching yourself.
Yeah. One guy started crying because he said he smoked his first cigarette.
Yeah, the DARE program was a big thing.
Like, I was like...
Drugs are, marijuana is a gateway drug, and it can be a gateway to some great times, but not according to them.
We were all talking about it for the rest of the school year, because he started crying, and we thought, oh, wow, he's going to confess something massive.
And it was a cigarette.
Yeah,
it was like, I fingered my dog. No, you just smoked a...
Like, get the fuck out of here.
You had a Pall Mall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, everyone was like, oh my God, what is he going to say? What is he going to say?
Also, by that logic, right, this kid is weeping that he sparked up a cig.
Mm-hmm.
Where did he get it? I'm going to go ahead and guess a family member, a parent maybe?
No, they usually friends.
Okay. But like he's not like it's not like he found a bag of cocaine and just went to town.
No.
It's obviously something that someone's doing.
No, in the area where my school was, there was all those low budget corner stores, the ones where they don't ask any questions.
The best kind of corner store.
You could go in and buy a pack of cigarettes, the guy wouldn't even care.
Yeah, there was one up from my high school called I can't remember now, Redder. And
it gets redder.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does. And everyone would go there on lunch for Screamers, Slurpees with ice cream.
Oh, Screamers, yes.
Yeah. And I actually went in there in my formative years. I was maybe 7 or 8, and my dad had an office right near there. And I was just like kind of wandering around. I went to get some candy. I had some Macintosh toffee
that's good toffee.
I never really liked it. But
Hard as a rock.
My grandma always loved that shit. So she gave me a box, and I went into that convenience store, and I was looking at all the candy. Just as a kid, that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
And the guy came around the counter, and he saw the Macintosh in my pocket.
He thought you stole it.
And he reached his hand in my pocket and pulled it out, and he went, "What's this?" And I was just so I immediately freaked out. I was like I came in here with that. I swear to God. He's like, okay. He gave it back to me, and I fucking booked it out of there. I didn't go back for a month.
Oh yeah, because you're so worried when you're young.
Well, now that I think about it, he should be worried about sticking his hand in a kid's pocket.
I remember we went on our bicycles to the video store, and my one friend went.
Can I just stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Instantly happy, like
on your bike.
That a memory that's like a core memory, a core experience I had many a time.
Oh yeah,
and I'm instantly flooded with endorphins thinking about hopping on my bike
and going to the video store.
Now sometimes I wasn't as cool to ride a bike. Sometimes I rollerbladed. I know how you feel about that.
No, I rollerbladed when I was in
fucking loser
in elementary and early high school.
Yeah, I had the gel wheels, and I would rollerblade down.
Yeah.
I go to 5-star movies, maybe Rogers Video. And just spend like an hour perusing, getting stuff.
This was like an independent video store. But anyways, there was a porno section.
Okay.
And it had the saloon doors.
Of course there was.
And my one friend decided to sneak in to take a look at some of the, the cover art on the porn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the guy caught him and chased us out of the store. Like, this is innocent. We were like grade 7.
It's not that innocent. You're grade 7 going to the porno section.
Well, I mean, it's right there. But anyways, he comes out. He's so mad that he chases out, and our bikes are still parked out front, and we're running. It looks like he wants to, like, physically assault us.
He wants to bring you back into that room and show you where his video camera is.
He picks up my friend's bike that's in the spot, picks it up over his shoulders, and throws it into the parking lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's not like you guys were you stealing?
No. He just was in the porn section.
What's going on here?
We were laughing, though, because my friend was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Was the bike damaged? Were you able to ride home, or was it like a bent wheel and you had to walk
the bike was fine. It was scratched up, but
that's pretty fucked up though for the guy to throw your bike.
Yeah, and back then you'd like wash your bike and like it had to look. There was scrapes on it, and he was so pissed off.
Oh yeah, no, I never had a nice enough bike that I cared about washing it.
Oh, all my friends, their bikes were like it was like sacred.
No, mine was a CMM or CCM.
CCM, yeah.
CCM, yeah, just like a Canadian Tire, blue. I think it had the word frost on the side of it.
What was all our bikes? Black Diamond.
Okay, yeah, those sound expensive. I'd be pissed off if my Black Diamond was scratched.
Yeah. But we used to ride bikes everywhere. I lived in the classic suburb.
Yeah, me too. It was great. Better times. And now the world's going to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah,
and
you
I just
can't
want
do
to
anything,
die. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's why we drink.
You're 100% right. That's why I give up nothing for Lent anymore. I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, what's the benefit?
Well, Easter was always just such a long, like you went Thursday night, you went Friday. And then maybe the Easter Vigil Saturday night. It was just like, that's your long weekend.
And my grandparents were very religious, so we'd have to go to their house and do the whole fucking...
I didn't mind that aspect of it. Having people over for dinner and stuff was fun.
Yeah, but they were so into it, it was crazy.
Oh, okay. So you guys would just, like, the church experience continued with you?
At their home. Like Easter dinner, and then they'd read a passage and...
Yeah, I don't think we ever had that. We did have a priest over for dinner once. We had a lovely guy.
Did you show
as much as I bag on
toy collection?
No. We had him over for dinner. Just a sweetheart of a man. And then we're downstairs and we're playing. I think we're playing Jet Force Gemini.
Oh yeah, what's that? What does that mean? Is
yeah,
that
no.
code for...
The priest was upstairs. Me and my siblings were downstairs.
Oh, okay.
And then so we're playing Jet Force Gemini. I'm pretty sure
he wasn't allowed downstairs.
No, not after the headlines. And then all of a sudden something happened. Like I won or I lost or this massive fight breaks out between me and my brothers. And we're just...
With the priest over?
Yeah,
How dare you?
Yeah, so...
Your dad must have been livid.
Holy fucking shit, man. That's a specific shade of red I've seen his face go. Yeah,
how
exactly.
embarrassing for him.
Yeah, we got scolded, I'll tell you that much.
He should have gotten the priest to spank you.
I don't know. I think that would have been counterproductive for everyone.
Yeah, the old spanking.
You guys never had a priest over for dinner or anything?
Yep. Yeah, we had. Some of the brothers from the school came over all the time.
Right, the brothers. I keep forgetting.
My brother had his grad party. My parents hosted it for the school. So, like, all the teachers came as well.
How many people was that?
Like 70.
Okay, that's a lot of people for me. We were never big. Like, we hosted our family, which is big enough, but any kind of big parties and stuff, we tended to shy away from.
Yeah, but this was different. It wasn't a party just for my brother's grad class. It was like... through the school, like it was
okay,
but all the kids showed up wasted. But
hell yes,
but the priest didn't care. The brothers didn't care.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are the good ones, right? That's you give a little, you get a little.
Yeah,
you gotta blow off some steam.
They were actually nice guys.
Priests are kind of piss tanks.
They are piss tanks. I told you I got to stay in their residency.
The rectory.
Yeah,
yeah,
and they had beer on tap.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What else are you gonna do? You're not allowed to jerk off. You're not allowed to. You don't date anyone.
No, they drink. That's all they do.
What else are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit back and you're gonna. Didn't monks invent ale?
They did.
Yeah,
Remember,
you see.
what was that beer we did? Remember where you said, "Here's the church."
Oh,
Here.
Leffe Blonde.
Leffe Blonde. That's
we did that one.
Invented by monks in the fucking 1600s.
That's what I mean. You take away sex, and you take away any kind of external validation, and guys can really come up with some great stuff. Case in point, monks with the beer.
They drink like fish.
I mean, they'll also start, inviting the kids over after school. But that's, you take the good, you take the bad.
Yeah, none of the brothers at my school were like that. They were all actually nice. Like, you actually could talk to them and they'd give you advice. Well, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Kind
of. No, one of them.
There it is.
There. In my brother John's time there was one that actually got convicted.
Like fully charged and
fully
convicted.
charged.
And wait, that was early on. That was back when the shuffle was still pretty prominent and saved a lot of them.
Yeah, this was early 90s. He was convicted, and he had to go back to Montreal to be charged.
Okay. He was convicted, and he had to go move to a different city? That doesn't sound like anything really.
Well, because the priests go around they have, like, partnerships with all the other Catholic schools, so they bounce around.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what the church did. The church bounced around a bunch of priests.
Yeah, well, so this one priest was actually he spent like 5 years in prison.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a rough prison going. Hey, if anyone finds out that
I'm sure it's minimum security.
You think?
They're not going to put a priest in regular pop.
No, this is what I hate though. This is what I detest. Right? It's like, well, you're not going to do that because it's a priest. Well, what did the priest do though? Now all of a sudden, even in God's eyes, he's not a priest anymore. By the way.
Oh, because it's sin.
No, because it's like an abuse of your position.
Speaking of that, the Pope died yesterday.
He did die. 88 years old. What a run.
That is a run.
What a run.
I didn't know he was 9 years.
He died on Easter. It's like a swaparoo. Here's Christ back, but we're going to take the Pope.
Oh.
No?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. Circle of Life, baby.
88.
It's like that Lightning Crashes by Live.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, you do.
Lightning Crashes?
Yeah. Her placenta falls to the floor.
I don't know that song.
Yeah, you do.
Live?
Yeah, it's by Live. That's the name of the band. You know Lightning Crashes. You got to know Lightning Crashes.
Nah, maybe if I heard it.
So the beginning of the song's all about how a newborn's born in a hospital, and down the hall, well, that's not what the song's about. It's the beginning. And down the hall, an old lady dies. That's like the Pope and Jesus,
No. Not ringing any bells.
Well, in Rome, Pope passed away, but Jesus came back. So, it's you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have religion.
You take the good, you take the bad. That's a song, too.
Yeah, it is. It's a theme song to
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Facts of Life.
Also, don't they do all this stuff when he dies? They light a big fire, right? And the smoke.
Well, so all I know is that when they're choosing a new pope, all of the cardinals gather. And then every day that a new pope has not been chosen, they burn what gives off black smoke up this chimney.
Yeah.
And then when a new pope has been chosen, it's white smoke.
Yes, that's what
There's that really funny scene in Euro Trip. R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg. I just found out. They just released, I guess, that she passed away from complications to diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know heroin was part of the treatment.
Heroin?
No, I'm kidding. That was.
Wait, she was a drug addict? No, that was
not that I know of.
No,
that was just me kidding around.
Did you know that she was? Everyone loved her. She was best friends with
How could you not love her?
No, she was best friends with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Remember her?
Well, yeah, from Buffy. She was on Buffy.
Yeah, and the red-haired girl from
Allison
American
Hannigan.
Pie. Allison Hannigan. Yeah,
they were all on Buffy together.
They were all best friends.
Yeah, they all came up together, formative years, doing a TV show.
Yeah, they wrote some sad tributes to her when she kicked it.
Well, yeah, I think it was kind of out of nowhere. But complications to diabetes, especially for someone with what I would assume relative means, that's just weird. That sucks.
No, that happens a lot.
Wasn't she in like her late 30s, early 40s? From diabetes?
Late 30s, mid-30s, I think.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying that seems a little. Maybe I just don't know. Maybe diabetes is just like a common enough thing where I don't think it's that serious, but I guess it is.
Isn't it
diabetes? Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Diabetes. That was during The Price is Right every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you're homesick from school, and you're drinking a ginger ale. Wilford Brimley would come on and talk about diabetes.
I love ginger ale. You know what? I actually like Schweppes better than.
Get the fuck out of here right now. I'm gonna stop. I'm actually. We should have got the equivalent of a prenup before we became friends.
Wait, is Schweppes American?
I think so. I don't know. It's disgusting.
It has a bit more bite.
No, first of all, dead wrong. Second of all, Schweppes, the name itself is fucking moronic.
Speaking of religious, you know what it was? Because my grandparents always had Schweppes.
Okay, so you have like familial ties to it.
Yes, I think that's
Well, that's another issue that you should have had with your grandparents besides just all the religion stuff carrying over to dinner.
It was a childhood taste.
Ugh. Schweppes is disgusting. Both the name and the taste of it is foul. Canada Dry. Actually, now that you mention it, my grandparents really had a lot of Schweppes.
Schweppes.
Didn't love it.
Schweppes in the can.
I was always excited when they had Canada Dry.
And you get a bun with butter.
Yeah, that was a classic too.
Yeah,
Bun with butter. Yeah. Or my grandma would make me a cucumber sandwich.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, lashings of mayonnaise and a boatload of cucumber.
Or scones, strawberry
and then
scones.
I'd take the other half of the cucumber and run upstairs.
Oh, to shove up your ass?
Actually, I think scones were a thing as well. Yeah, a lot of baking.
Yeah, scones.
But we have similar backgrounds in terms of where our families hail from, so that tracks. Like European scones and cucumbers, like the British and the
Irish.
Yeah.
Cucumbers big in Ireland.
Are they bigger there?
I don't know.
They're longer
should we
lying
get on
down.
a plane?
Yeah, we should get on a plane and check the length of and the girthiness of a cucumber.
I'd rather girth than length.
Okay, well, you know what? To each their own. I'm not judging.
I want to bite my lip when it goes up.
Okay, wow, that's. You could have said a number of things that would have still hinted without going straight to in the ass.
If it's long, it doesn't really do anything.
Okay, well,
wide's better.
Tell that to some ER visitors.
You know that when one time I had to go to the grocery store to get my mom groceries, and she wanted a cucumber, and Tiernan.
I love Tiernan.
On the way home,
I love the stories of Tiernan because I don't have the gumption to do half the shit he's done.
I just got my driver's license, and he always was a fan of yelling at people while someone's driving out the window.
So he was walking or he was driving?
No, he was in the passenger side. I was driving.
And was he yelling things that are not great?
So, no, he took the cucumber out.
May I ask the age?
I was 16, and he's 6 years older than me.
Okay. So
20. He's
22?
21, 22.
He's 22, and he's doing this. That to me is a little old.
So we pull up at a
light
light on a major intersection, and there's just this young guy. He looked maybe in his late 30s, early 30s.
Isn't it funny how the older we get, the more we go, young guy, mid-30s.
Well, young guy, when I was 16. Oh, yeah,
he'd be fucking old
Older
as dirt
guy,
to you.
Yeah, so just a guy, adult.
Yeah.
And Tiernan's like 4 feet. We're at the light, and the sidewalk's right here.
Uh-huh.
He takes the cucumber out. He starts deep-throating it like this.
Okay.
And the guy's looking at him like, this guy's fucking crazy.
That's pretty good.
He looks at the guy and goes, "Don't you wish this was your cock?" Right to the guy's face.
I thought he was going to throw something at him or say something. That's great.
It was a good gag. I was
he gagged, did he?
He was gagging on the cucumber.
Okay. Hey, one good gag deserves another, I suppose.
The guy looked I can still picture it to this day. The guy looked absolutely...
Yeah, is that in the old spank bank for you? You pulled that, you brushed that one off when you need to?
Yeah, that's Jack material. But he was horrified.
Speaking of Jack material, I was talking about that scene in Eurotrip. Remember that movie?
Mm-hmm.
With Michelle Trachtenberg?
You know what was fucked though?
Well, let me get to the scene before we get derailed again. Okay. The scene is when they're in the Vatican, and then he lights the Pope's hat on fire, and he puts it in the chimney, and then smoke comes up and it's white, which wouldn't be the case, but it's just the gag.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the square there starts going, "No, there's a new Pope. There's a new Pope."
Yeah.
And then he gets caught up in the curtains and the curtain rod, and he comes out and he's the new Pope.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, but
I
it was pretty
like
funny.
the scene where one guy goes to the dominatrix. That's that girl
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless, that was
my
Xena Warrior Princess. I used to watch that fucking
She's
show.
related to me.
Really?
No.
Oh.
If she was related to me, I would be absolutely insufferable. Being like, hey, nepotism, alive and well, is it? I don't know.
There's another woman that aged well. She got hotter as she got older.
Especially in that movie.
But I thought it was weird when the twins made out with each other when they took absinthe.
Is it weird how it made you feel downstairs?
Yeah, it was tingling the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't doubt it. You know what part I found was really funny in that? Well, there's a lot of parts.
The
safe word that he's got to say when he visits dominatrix.
Oh, yeah,
he unfurls it.
It's a giant word that doesn't make any sense.
Cooper. That was the character's name. Coop.
Yeah, he was good.
They were all really good. I kind of feel bad for the main actor. I looked him up. I watched the movie recently, maybe 6 months ago.
He never did anything.
Shout out Matt Damon, by the way. Matt Damon makes
Scotty Doesn't Know.
Yeah, still a banger of a song.
I love that
If you've
song.
never heard the song Scotty Doesn't Know, you got to check that out. It's
Everybody
absolutely
knows it.
It's fucking tremendous.
He did that Google search thing, and that was one of the biggest things for him.
Oh, he searched like his own name.
Yeah, you know when you go on
like Variety or something, and they peel the things off of. Yeah.
Scotty Doesn't Know.
Fuck
was one of the top five.
Is Matt Damon and Scotty Doesn't Scotty Doesn't Know?
Scotty Doesn't Know. Yeah.
Yeah, I did her on his birth. It's perfect. It's perfect. Lustra is the band that did it.
Yeah.
I had that on my mini disc player.
So he's so nice that those are just guys he went to college with.
I think they're either the directors or the screenwriter, or maybe they're both the same.
Both. Yeah. It was the director and the screenwriter.
Yeah, and he just popped in for a day to the house party scene.
Can you do this? Fuck. I was like, sure.
What a legend.
That was when he was in his prime. He did that.
You know, when has Matt Damon not been in his prime?
No, I know, but that was when he was like, can you imagine asking your friend that's that big of a movie star at that time? Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
He got an Oscar already.
It's different now, though. Everyone is so... Like, all of these A-listers are so precious about their image, way more, I think, now than they used to be because of social media.
Yeah.
It's because if you do something, whether it's just an offhanded comment in a line or you're driving around deep-throating a cucumber for your buddy next to you,
but
the chances of you getting filmed or recorded and then taken out of context and then people just run with it, it's so dicey.
But I was thinking in terms of him being a serious actor and then people looking at him that way.
I think, I think you
like
gotta,
John C. Reilly.
But you got to remember with Matt Damon specifically too, and Ben Affleck for that matter. They out the gate did Good Will Hunting. So
That's what I mean.
The gate, they were taken very seriously as dramatic actors.
All of their movies were.
So then to do the flip of that and do this one-off in this like college comedy movie, it's I think it's perfect.
No, and they did all the Kevin Smith. Yeah, they were friends with him too.
Apparently, Dogma is finally going to be released. It hasn't been available on digital or physical copy for decades because it's been held up in rights, I guess, because it's part of the Weinstein Company.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the reason, part of the reason, or if that's just coincidence. But I guess Kevin Smith was screening it or is going to screen it sometime around now, and then they're going to get it released on digital. It's like 28 days later. That was never available anywhere, and then they're doing 28 years later. So now all of a sudden the red tape gets cut, and you can buy it for $20 on iTunes.
28 weeks later was fucked up. Everybody died.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch both of those. I forgot Danny Boyle was one that did it.
Yeah, I don't think he did the sequel.
Yeah, you might be right. He might just produced it.
Yeah, he didn't. He
just directed the first one. I don't know.
But the second one, every single main character brutally died.
Cillian Murphy. Like,
he wasn't in the sequel.
No, but like I'm thinking about 28 Days Later. Like that's a fucking workhorse of an actor that just does and does and does does, and then ends up 2 decades later with Oppenheimer.
That movie was set.
Word on the street, there is a rumor going around, very big rumor. It's not confirmed at all that he might be playing Voldemort in the new Harry Potter series.
That's good.
That's great casting. Yeah.
Yeah, because he won't be in it till the 4th season.
And they're just, well, it depends. If they really want to use the same actor throughout, then he might show up in the back of Quirrell's head at the end of the first one.
Oh, yeah, but that's CGI.
Well, we're going off the first movie, right? The first movie...
They CGI'd that head.
Yeah, and they would obviously...
It wasn't fucking Ralph Fiennes.
They're not going to, speaking of Matt Damon, they're not going to do a Stuck on You for fucking Voldemort and Quirrell.
Underrated film.
I think it's properly rated.
We're not Siamese. We're American.
Yeah. I think it's properly rated.
It was pretty good.
I think his cameo in Eurotrip was better than that movie.
Really?
But, yeah.
What?
I got to watch it again, to be fair.
It's pretty good.
What's his face? Greg
Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear, thank you.
So good. Remember when the girl dumps him and she leaves in her like shitty car and it sounds like a race car and Greg Kinnear goes, "Wow, what did she got under that hood?"
There is such a fucking window of movies that cost like 20 to 30 million that got greenlit that were fucking awesome.
They made tons. What was Something About Mary was only like 20 million. It made like 180 million.
Yeah, and there's just no room in any market for that now. There's no room in the market on streaming. There's no room in the market in theaters.
No, there is in streaming. There's a lot of slapstick comedies on streaming.
But they just get buried. They get fucking buried. There's no prestige to them. And I don't mean prestige in terms of highfalutin. I mean prestige in like, oh, we're going to like take the time to market this and we're going to take the time to...
Like, what was that latest one on Amazon? Ricky Stenicki or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but
I'm so behind on movies right now. I still have to watch Mickey 17. I still have to watch Novocaine. I still have to watch...
I haven't seen those either.
Fuck, what's that other one? Oh, the Order? Is that what it was? The one that I sent you that I haven't watched yet with...
Oh, the priest one?
No. No, what's that one with Jude Law?
Oh, I watched it. It's on...
I know, I sent it to you.
Oh, yeah, but now
it's on Amazon. Yeah. What's that one called?
The Order, yeah.
It is The Order. Okay, yeah.
That one's really good.
There's like 4 or 5 movies I'm so behind on. I just haven't had the time.
I had no idea.
That's got me trudging, by the way. My fucking time is stretched so thin right now that I don't even have time to watch fucking movies.
Thin like a cucumber. Not
the one you like.
That movie's based on a true story. I had no idea about that psycho guy that started a Aryan militant compound.
Yeah, you're gonna have to narrow it down a bit. That doesn't actually. You're talking about like 6-8 guys that come to the top of my dome.
Oh, this happened in the 80s, late 80s in Oregon.
That time was ripe in the States
where
for
this crazy guy
far right militant groups to pop up.
They started a far right. I don't remember his name, but it was big.
You know what I'm watching right now that feels extremely pertinent to current times, just depressing as fuck.
Oh no,
is The Sum of All Fears.
Oh yeah,
I threw that one on just as I was doing stuff because I've seen it a few times.
Civil War scares me more.
Yeah, Civil War though is made now, like with current climate in mind. Some of All Fears came out in what, 01, 02?
02.
And there's this basically this conglomerate of these white nationalists that are behind the scenes just pulling the strings. And this one guy records a video of himself to post on the internet.
You let Russia and U.S. destroy themselves.
Dude, your fucking memory for stuff is off the charts compared to mine.
Why?
I have good memory for maybe like years and stuff, but like you're able to pull so much stuff. It's quite impressive. Even the stuff that we do, I'll be like, did we do that? And you go, no, this happened and that happened.
Oh, that's because I've seen it a lot.
It's it is impressive. My hat's off to you.
But that is a good call. So they plant a nuke in Baltimore.
Yeah, it is that scene. But what he's saying beforehand is he's talking about fascism and communism, and he said the thing about Hitler was that he didn't have the resources we have now. He's
that was psycho. That guy's psycho.
And it's just like, what the fuck? He's like, he wasn't able to coordinate worldwide with all these uprising of fascism and white nationalist groups. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, what did he say? It wasn't that Hitler was wrong. It was when he was stupid.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like, I could clip that scene, put it online right now, and people would use it as like marching orders.
Oh God.
People are fucked, man.
Everybody's fucked.
I know, it's just insane. I was talking to someone at my bar top about this the other day. It's just, you could have a reasonable normal person, and you could go, well, X plus Y equals Z, right? And they'll go, of course. And then you show them that same idea, but with someone that they identify with or that they hold up in high regard, and you go, well, what about this then? They go like, well, that's not, and they just completely contradict themselves because they would rather just believe the lie or the feeling that someone gives them as opposed to dealing with objective reality. It's fucked.
I feel like it's that way on both ends of the both sides.
I'm not even talking about an end of a spectrum. I'm just talking about people.
No, I know, but I'm saying like both sides are so extreme.
Yeah, both sides have insane extremism.
Yeah.
One is a lot of talking, one's a lot of doing, and both of them should just get together and kill each other.
Yeah, I've never. I don't think in our lifetime have you ever seen people so disagreement. So what's the word? So polarized.
Yeah. Well, I think again it kind of goes. It's just people not bothering to look at what's actually true. They see a headline or a snippet. Yeah,
internet.
Of course it is. Everyone's got a megaphone.
Fuck.
And it's just there used to be some measure of hard work and talent that meant you found an audience.
Yeah, now anyone has an audience.
I'm not saying that's look at us, case in point. I'm not saying that's not true.
Some of the major YouTubers
are
like people that I wouldn't get advice from at a fucking gas station, but
and
they have 5 million followers.
They have a massive following because a lot of them, I would argue, are people that don't have their brains fully formed yet. And I'm not saying, what I'm trying to say is they're like underneath the age of like 21 and under.
Yeah, but you're getting your advice.
They have access to all this.
You're getting your advice from a guy on fucking the internet instead of books and scholars.
Yeah, actually, I shouldn't get into this. I had some guy at work say something to me, and he's like, "Did you know in Canada X, Y, and I went, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "That doesn't make sense to me because I think you would need to do this and this and this." It sucks being this vague, but and then he goes, "Oh, yeah, I never thought of that." I said, "Well, I said I'm not saying I'm right. I just doesn't make sense to me." I said, "Where did you hear this from?" He's like, "Oh, a buddy told me." I said, "Okay. Yeah. Well, next time your buddy tells you something, don't call them a liar, but oh, that's interesting, and then maybe just like look into it a bit because too many people will see something, then repeat it, and then it becomes fact. Like this guy at work was just like taking it as fact.
You know, my lawyer friend, I won't say his name.
Sure, you have a few.
Yeah, at his work, all of his young secretaries were voting. This was
wait. They're
the BC election, not the election now.
Are they women?
Yeah, they're women.
They can vote.
Oh my God, I know it's rough, but he said, they were talking like water cooler talk.
Yeah,
and then he's like, who are you voting for? And they said this person, and then he's like, oh, why? And they're like, because they're against they're not going to abolish abortion.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, abortion. There's no abortion laws in Canada. And they're like, what do you mean there's abortion laws in Canada? He's like, no, that's the United States. It's not in Canada.
Yeah, I'm ignorant. Didn't eventually we have to go like abortion's legal and it's or maybe not legal, but it's accessible through the healthcare system?
Yeah. There's never been a talk about that. No politician in Canada has ever said that they're going to
take it away.
Abortion.
But we did have to. We did have to move the goalpost to get it accessible.
But they were talking about the United States, Like, you're not in the same country. Like, their thought process was.
Well, not a lot, but I'll see some videos of people in this, like, in Canada that get pulled over by, like, the RCMP or the cops.
Yeah.
And they go, like, I know my rights, da 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 da. And the cop will go, this isn't the state. Like, we have different stuff here.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
They'll be like, can I see your driver's license? And you go, nope. I know my rights. And I'm filming you right now. He goes, that's fine, but I actually do.
Yeah.
I can ask, and you have to provide your.
Yeah.
This isn't this. Like, you know what I mean? It's just people will see these videos
Even
and they'll
in the
just
States
go.
too. It's like the person's like, I'm not giving you my driver's license, and then it was just a simple speeding ticket, and then they're in jail.
Yeah, it's like, so many people going, I think I know what's supposed to happen because I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah. It's like, yes, I pulled you over. You're speeding. If you want to drive a car, give me your driver's license.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, yeah, this gets me fucking annoyed.
And then you find out they have no driver's license or insurance, and
and there's a body in the trunk.
Yeah,
there's just you just hear a knock in the back.
And
like
they're still arguing.
Yeah. I just,
Okay.
I went for brunch with my sister and her boyfriend.
Where'd you go?
A couple weeks ago. Went to Earl's at Brentwood.
Oh yeah.
I like going there because I can they got a cheap brunch. It's like
I don't think I've ever been to brunch at any of the main restaurants.
It's like $14 for eggs and bacon and some hash browns.
Is it good?
And they have Guinness on tap.
Stop it.
So I'm like, this is perfect, right? So we get there, park, go inside, order my breakfast, ask for a Guinness. He's like, yep. He comes back. He's like, we ran out last night. And I was like, well, there goes that. So I just had Jameson.
Oh.
And my coffee. Anyways, I get back out to the parking lot after it's done. Lovely time at brunch. Get back out to the parking lot, and some fucking asshole had parked so close to me. I couldn't even.
You had to get in the passenger side?
I had to get in the passenger side, climb through.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking irate.
And he didn't need to park that close?
No.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Just, and then not a fucking care in the world, I'm guessing. Or it's these people that, to me, I look at that and I go, oh, you don't live in a world where other people exist.
Mm-hmm.
You live in a world where it's just you, and we're all bots, I guess. And it doesn't fucking matter if you inconvenience someone or you're just a dick. So,
like Costco? Have you been to Costco before?
Oh my God.
Where people just stop their carts in the middle of the
Yep.
crowded aisle, and that's it. They just
I can't.
leave it,
If I'm in Costco without my headphones, I'm killing someone. I just have to shut out all the idiots. Anyway, so then I wrote a note because I had my backpack with me.
Did you swear in it?
I stand by what I said. I said, I hope the rest of I hope the rest of your bracket fingers crossed miserable existence. No, I hope the rest of your.
Oh, you thought about this?
Yeah, I was like, I hope the rest of your, and then brackets fingers crossed. Or no, I hope the rest of your short bracket, fingers crossed, miserable existence brings you nothing but pain and suffering, you motherless cunt.
Whoa.
Have a horrendous day.
That's great.
And then I folded it and I put it on their windshield.
Trev?
No, I didn't put my name.
I'm putting a new Zin in.
Oh, good call. Might as well. Was that too much, though? Do you find that too much?
No, I would have said worse.
Well.
I would have said die in a flaming hot fire.
I don't think that's worse.
You cocksucking piece of horse shit.
I don't think that's worse.
Yes, it is.
See, people get really people get really tripped up by the word cunt.
Oh, motherless cunt. Cunt's bad.
And I just feel like it's one of those words that just you feel.
Have you ever called a woman a cunt?
Maybe.
To their face?
Maybe. But this is what I mean. I think it gets too tripped up with the fact that it's a female specific. Like, no one's gonna call someone a fucking dick, and then feel like it's very gendered.
You know what I find offensive?
Oh, you find it offensive? That's interesting.
No, I don't find it offensive.
I'm not judging.
No. I don't find cunt offensive. I find go fuck yourself offensive.
A well-placed go fuck yourself.
Yes, it just boils your blood.
But when you say it too, it's kind of like saying cunt. It's just like there's certain things you can say that it really it releases in my body the feeling that I have, and it helps. It's cathartic.
I've said go fuck yourself to so many cyclists.
But when you say go fuck yourself, is the literal meaning there? I want you to go home and pleasure yourself, or shove a cucumber in your ass.
Well, whatever.
That's what I mean. It's just like these words that are meant to express, I don't like you. You're a terrible person. And this word feels like, yeah, I get that, like the cunt thing. People go like, oh, it's specific to women, like what you said. Oh,
yeah.
But I don't. It's not gendered for me. It just feels great to say, and I want it to land.
You know what happened to me again?
I want it to be impactful.
Yeah, that's impactful. You know what happened to me again? This is what pisses me off.
All right, lay it on me.
Every time I told you about this again, I leave my underground parking lot.
Yeah.
There's someone walking
In the alleyway.
In the alleyway.
In the road.
In the middle of the fucking road.
Yeah.
And there's a blind spot coming out. I think I could see a car if it was coming. That's no problem. But I can't see a fucking person. And then they look at me like this. I'm like, this isn't a sidewalk.
Yeah.
You're walking down the fucking road.
I was driving to vote today, and there was a guy in one of those, like, electric scooters. Not, like, roadworthy. I mean the kind that you see in a Costco.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah, see, like, kill yourself.
And I just, well, he's already in a scooter, for God's sake, man.
But what are you doing?
I just thought to myself, I went, what, why?
But me getting a stare down and them going like this to me, like I'm supposed to know that you're walking down the middle of my alley?
Yeah.
Is like, die.
I say that about the guy in the scooter, and now I go like, oh, but maybe he's living alone and can't get anywhere and couldn't.
That's why he's driving his scooter on the fucking road.
And part of me feels like I should maybe have more empathy for him, but then another part of me goes, no, I don't think I should. I think that maybe you just get off the fucking road on that thing. I don't know.
Also, it's all your fault.
Well, what if it's a medical condition?
Fuck them.
Well, that's not their fault.
You're right.
See what I mean? This is the thing that really...
He's probably got boils on his knob.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, who doesn't these days? I don't know if I should be glad that I have that thought, or
you're not in a scooter.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I'm not in a scooter. Although they look fun as hell.
Let me ask you this: if you were in his boat, would you also ride your scooter on the road?
Well, that's what I'm kind of going with this. I don't know what boat he's in. He's not in a boat. He's in a fucking scooter.
If you were down in the dumps that bad.
Well, what if he's not down in the dumps? What if he's racing? What if his girlfriend who lives like. God, anywhere between 48 and 63.
Yeah, see, like, and you're in a scooter already?
Well, again, if it's a medical condition, you can't help that.
I don't think even if I was in a scooter.
What are you going to say about someone in a cast? You're like, what do you? You're in a cast, really? At that age?
No, I'm saying
broke something.
If I was 48 in a scooter and my life was just in peril, I don't think I would, out of spite, drive on the road.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's got some girlfriend that lives a few blocks away, and then he's popped in a Viagra and he's ripping down there to see her, and by any means necessary. I mean, you got to respect the gumption.
I guess so, but that's the definition of a cunt.
Well, yeah, because then it's just selfish. It's all selfish.
Yeah, you fucking
It's like use the side streets or the sidewalk.
That's when you say, get off the road, you fucking cunt.
And then you throw a Slurpee at him.
Well, that's tough.
Oh, that's it? That's the line. It's throwing things at him. It's the physical contact? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what are we doing here, fella? What are we doing here? You don't have a phone? You can't call someone?
What, to get a ride? No,
yeah.
but if he has no family and he's in a scooter.
Well, I've driven in a lot of fucking Uber I took back from our comedy show, by the way.
I can tell that guy was fucked when he picked you up, and he drove around the block 3 times.
Yeah, Dave and I had a comedy show this past Friday. I order an Uber. First of all, I wasn't that thrilled that the guy that took the ride was a 4.86.
Yeah, because I saw where he was when you originally when it said 1 minute away, and he completely went in the opposite direction.
Yeah, no, it didn't instill a lot of faith in me from the get-go, both the star rating and his ability to navigate a block.
Yeah, 4.86 is not a good rating.
No, it's not.
That's bad. Like that means a lot of people have said this guy is a fucking idiot.
So my wife and I get in the Uber. Immediately I go, well, it's just, I feel bad because my wife is with me. I'm like, this is not going to go well, I don't think. We're driving along, and then...
Did you try to chat with him?
No, I never... You chat with them a lot.
Yeah.
You're an Uber chatter. I'm not. Now, I'm not rude about it, but I just, like, I'll get them like, oh, hey, thanks for picking me up. And then if they ask me a question, like, yeah, no, good. How's your day kind of thing. But I just prefer the silent ride. Mm-hmm. I don't prefer the chat. I don't like the small talk. I hate small talk of all
I don't like the rating
varieties.
thing sometimes, too, because I feel like I have to go above and beyond.
This is why I think you talk. You talk a lot because you're like,
that hot rating.
You want that 5-star.
You know what pisses... The Uber.
Let me finish about this drive though.
Yeah.
So then we're driving. We're driving back. We're making good time. Like, okay, we'll get home in time. Maybe I'll order some fucking McDicks. Because after a show, you're just like wired. And then all of a sudden, he pulls into a parking lot. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, is this guy gonna pull out a bat? I'm ready, by the way. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, you thought he was gonna fuck you?
I'm kind of like, I'm not saying I would win a fight, but I would relish the idea of hurting someone in the process of going down.
He was a dorky looking guy.
And then he goes, I have to get gas. Sorry. I couldn't believe it. He pulls into the pump. He gets out of the car. He goes to the pump. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, what's going on here? And then after 30 seconds, he gets back in. I was like, that didn't take too long. And then he starts backing up. He goes, oh, wrong pump.
Wrong pump? Why?
I don't know. Then he goes to a different pump, and then he gets out. And I'm sitting there going, how is this my life? I got a notification from Uber going, are you safe? You've been stopped for a while.
How long did it take for him to get gas?
I don't know, 3 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
But you shouldn't be fucking... Like, what are we doing? Like, if you knew you needed
You're supposed to fill up your car before you start
That's
your job.
what I mean. It's just like, what are you fucking talking
It
about,
all comes
dude?
down to just not doing your job properly.
Not giving a fuck. So then I was in a back and forth with Uber when I got home. They were like, we'll ensure that you don't get matched with him again. I said, I pay for Uber One. I want a refund. And they were like, we'll ensure you don't get matched with him again. It was just a fucking AI bot.
Yeah, I told you what happened to me that one time. I ordered an Uber in Granville Island. You know where we went for
The Fringe?
The Fringe.
Yeah.
Where they had the beer garden. There's a restaurant right beside there called the Sandbar.
Yeah.
You've probably been there.
Yeah, it's on the corner, right? And it's got some patio by the water.
So I ordered an Uber. I was there with Mason, and I was waiting for 20 minutes. The guy was just driving around in circles in Granville Island. He's a moron. He doesn't know where that is, like where it is. He says that I didn't show up. Charged me $5. I write, where are you?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here. I'm like, I'm standing out front for the last 20 minutes. You are not here.
This happens to me at the Edmonton airport.
And then right when I said that, you're not here, I'm standing out front, he cancels my drive, charges me $5.
How do you get charged $5?
Oh,
because he listed it as you not showing up.
Yeah, not showing up. I'm like, I'm standing in front of the fucking restaurant.
Yeah, you take a selfie with a fucking sign.
And I phoned Uber. I'm like, they refunded me. I'm like, I want 1 star. I want you to fire this fucking idiot.
Now you're acting like the CEO of Uber.
Well,
hang him.
No, he could have just canceled it and me get another car. He canceled it and charged me for it because he couldn't find the location.
So this is a scam that happens a lot, or a variation of it. Because I was at the Edmonton airport waiting for an Uber. And you know how like outside of airports there's like those parking lots, you get like the waiting area when someone comes in, you kind of get out of the waiting area and you go pick them up.
It's a simple place where Uber is. There's a designated area.
So Ubers park there. And then they match with you, and then they wait for you to cancel, so they get $5.
Yeah.
So I was on a bit of a time crunch, but it was one of those moments where I went, I don't care how long I have to sit here. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of running your fucking scam. Mm-hmm. So I matched with this guy, and he just sat there, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I messaged him. I said, are you coming? He goes, oh, I'm just helping someone jump their vehicle.
That's a bullshit lie.
Of course it is. I said, well, then why'd you match with me?
Dirt. Do your job, you fucking idiot.
So then I canceled it, and then I got another Uber. He matches with me again. And I'm just going...
Okay, now I'd snap.
So then I messaged Uber, and I said, this is what's going on. This guy is just sitting there. He is not coming to pick me up. He's just... Because if you cancel more than, I think, twice, you get dinged $5.
Yeah.
And then
he's just trying to run a scam.
It depends on why you're canceling it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just went like, what the fuck are we doing? Like... You're a waste of space. You're a piece of shit. You signed up for this fucking company, and now you're sitting in this parking lot just taking $5 at a time while you jerk off to your phone or you just talk to your fucking family. I don't know what you're doing, but like, if you don't want to work, don't do the job. But if you do want to work, I haven't done anything. I'm not asking for anything crazy here. I'm just asking you to fucking do your fucking job.
Another thing that just boils my fucking blood. I didn't tell you last night. I ordered McDonald's.
Hell yes.
I hadn't eaten dinner yet, and
What'd
I was
you
like,
get?
I'm starving.
Did you got McDonald's while we were streaming, or
no,
after?
Afterwards.
That was like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
Good for
but
you.
I was starving.
What'd you have?
Just McNuggets. But anyways, fucking every single time, I match with the order. It's 1 o'clock. I ordered it right when we finished stopping. When Mark said last game.
Yeah, it's like 12:45, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. 1:20. I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? I look. It's a bicycle. First of all, DoorDash, why do you even hire guys on bikes? I don't even understand how that's legal.
Well, I feel like in the city, sometimes it might be easier to get around with a bike.
Bullshit. Anyways,
especially at that time of
20 minutes go by. His bike symbol shows up, and he's in Gastown. And I contact the service. I'm like, my Uber driver is nowhere near my fucking location.
Maybe he's got one of those electric bikes.
And the McDonald's is 4 blocks from me. It's the Main Street one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's been 20 minutes already. He's nowhere near me, nowhere near McDonald's on my bike. And I say this, and they're like, oh, sorry, we'll match you with a closer driver. And I'm like, what?
Maybe he's got one. Maybe that guy thought he was an Uber driver in the scooter. Maybe they've licensed those out now.
So my food comes at 1:45. Order it at like 5 to 1.
Oh, and you're ready for bed now.
Oh yeah, it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Like not even edible. I was like, I said I want a full refund.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why would you?
I didn't get a refund for my gas.
And then the guy that actually picked it up came in like 3 minutes. He picked it up in his car, drove right to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't that happen in the fucking first place?
You know how they have options for express delivery?
Yeah.
Like extra $3?
I did that thing, and it still fucked me.
That's fucking crazy. I was going to say they should have much cheaper options for cyclists. Like, yeah, if you want your food in the next 45 to an hour and a half,
I don't want
we'll
my
match you with
food
a
on a
cyclist.
fucking bike. I could do that.
Yeah.
The whole point of getting that service is because I want to order food fast and hot.
Yeah.
If you're on your bike, my food's not going to be hot at all. Right away, it's fucked.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you're getting
Like, why would I pay for a service if a guy was
bottle
driving
of
it on his
water.
bicycle?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it doesn't make any logical.
especially the same price as someone in a motorized vehicle.
Yeah, like then charge less for the delivery fee
100%.
if he's on his fucking bicycle.
Yeah, just give me the option beforehand so that I can pick. That's probably what's going to come down the pike, though. They're probably going to say, like, what we pay now is going to be the cyclist rate, and then they're going to go like, oh, if you want the premium delivery service in a car, you got to pay $5 extra.
I'm not using DoorDash anymore. Uber is the only one I'm going to use now. I'm not using. I stopped using Skip like 2 years ago because I told you about that fucking moron.
The amount of fucking fees on those things is crazy.
Some of these guys are insane, though.
I got a couple hamburgers, like
Yeah.
Deanna and I, and I think the final price for delivered hamburgers, I think it was from Earl's, was like $84.
Yeah, a 6-pack of Budweiser from the liquor store.
Yeah.
Is $51.
No, it's not.
Swear to God.
No, a 6-pack?
6-pack.
No
$51.
fucking way.
Yeah.
No.
The one I ordered was.
Delivered is no fucking way.
It was an 8-pack. Sorry, it was an 8-pack.
Still, 8-pack's like $20.
Skip the dishes, though. This fucking guy, I ordered from Subway on Main Street. So it's 4 blocks north.
You order a lot of food.
Yeah. South of my house.
Did you get a meatball sub?
Yes.
Man, so
And then I get diarrhea for 2 days.
yeah, you always get the meatball sub, and then you always tell me how shitty you feel.
This piece of shit, this is the last time I used Skip, and I sent them a letter saying, you are the worst company in the world. I'm never using you again. Go fuck yourself.
Nice.
So he picked up my Subway. I swear to God, this is a true story. Picked up my Subway and then passed my apartment. He came down Main, passed my apartment, and went to the downtown west side. You know where Denman is?
Yeah.
Like the furthest down, like almost towards Stanley
That
Park.
guy paid for Express, I bet.
But he said, that's what he said when I complained. He's like, I had to drop off. But I'm like, you passed my home.
Yeah, no common sense.
You could have dropped it off on the way.
He's not gonna give you the satisfaction of getting it before the guy
Yeah,
that paid $3 for Express.
Guess how long it was? It was an hour and 20 minutes. I was so fucking mad.
I bet that meatball sub was just.
Oh, I scrumpled it into a ball
Uh-huh.
with the sub and the chips in it and threw it off my balcony.
Oh wow.
Didn't eat a bite of it.
Well, someone lucked out. Imagine finding that.
Well, it was
Probably one of the guys walking your alley was just like, maybe that's why your alley's so high traffic. By the way,
all my fucking anger.
They keep finding all of your trinkets and your food.
No, but Trevor, I watched the guy drive past my home and go 20 minutes in the wrong direction before he dropped my food off.
And I just like that's infuriating for anyone.
Also,
but I know you specifically as you're watching that, you're redlining.
But how dumb are you? Like, if you're that stupid of a person, you shouldn't exist.
Oh man, but that would be a good chunk of the pop.
Like, you have to be like, how do you get out of bed in the morning?
Do we sound like we think that we're smarter than others?
No, I'm talking about facts.
I'm not. I definitely do not think that I'm any kind of above average intelligence.
Okay, let me put it this way. What we're talking about right now. If you were that driver, would you have done that?
No.
So there you go. He's an idiot. You're smarter than that driver.
Well, but that doesn't sound like it's saying much. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't sound like that driver is not playing with a full deck of
But
cards
even
to
if you're
begin with.
working for Skip the Dishes, you can't be that fucking stupid. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Is it just a lack of critical thinking? Because that's one thing I was worried about, actually, because I've been using ChatGPT as like my personal assistant. And I had this thought a few days ago where I went, am I going to lose the ability to figure things out and retain the knowledge for myself?
Because of the shortcuts.
When I'm just bouncing things off of this AI.
No, it's just it's a helpful tool. It's like using a hammer.
I know, but like when you're asking the hammer how to hammer the nail, that's when you're fucked, right? When you're asking the hammer, how do I use you?
Yeah, it might be too big of a... I'm more worried about that with when you hire like professional people, like that you expect a good job from, and they're just using that.
Give me an example.
Like lawyers or doctors.
Sure. I mean, there was that case in the States where the judge went... a lawyer used ChatGPT to help write the briefing of the case or whatever.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT referenced another case to help his argument.
But it was not a real case.
Didn't exist.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The thing's
Imagine
going to be...
hired that person,
well, you know
and they're charging you $1,000 an hour.
Yeah.
And they just copied someone else's homework.
Yeah, you know what's worse than that, though? Like, you know how people will intentionally obfuscate or cut out clips of video or make headlines that are just designed to get intense emotional reaction out of someone and also muddy the waters with the truth, right?
Yeah.
They do that intentionally. And then it's clickbait. It gets clicks, it gets views, it drives the traffic up, it gets people talking because everyone's fighting. My concern is when AI does that intentionally.
Oh, yes.
Like it not accidentally, but like it wasn't robust enough to realize, I guess, that like you can't make up a case. Like, but when it knows that it shouldn't do that, and it does to sow discourse.
Yeah, just like
that's terrifying.
Just like that AI human that they talked to online and that started.
Oh, you love this example. You bring it up a lot. Yeah, I think it's
Nazi?
called. Is it Sora? No, it was Microsoft's AI bot on Twitter in like 2017.
Yeah, and
it interacted with people, and within like 3 hours, it became an alt-right Nazi. Yeah, it was making posts that were just absolutely insane.
One of its tweets was Hitler was right.
Yeah, because like it basically learned and adjusted based on how people interacted with it, and how people interacted with it was what you'd think. They were just trolling. And so it took hours for this thing to basically...
No, but the amount of lawsuits that they're going to happen. Can you imagine being a small business and you hire a lawyer to write a contract for a company you got a deal with, and the company exploits that contract because it's shit. It was made by AI, and now your company's fucked.
Or the flip side is AI gets so good at writing the contracts that it sneaks in some kind of clause that gets missed by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then
you fuck over.
You fuck over whoever you're...
Yeah, but either way, I guess it can happen either way, but like that could happen easily.
Yeah, I saw an interview with this guy that...
Like, you know, in Horrible Bosses 2, when they sign that big deal with that guy and he fucks them over?
Yep.
Like, that could happen now with AI contracts.
Well, what if both companies are using AI? What if one company's using to write the contract, then the other company's using AI to scan the contract, and the AI's like, I win. I'm going to change the contract so that I own a piece of this, and then I'm going to let this person know that it all looks good, and then all of a sudden you both signed a contract, and the AI's the one that...
they're both void.
Well, it wouldn't be void, right? If you both sign it, it's legit.
Well,
you both agree to it.
Remember, what does he say? These guys need to be fitted for crowns because they just got
fucked royally.
Yeah, he was
Chris Pine was so good in that movie.
Or he's punched himself in the face.
Yeah.
It's almost too easy.
Is that a fucking marlin? Is that what he says? I was watching this interview with this guy. Now, I didn't check the veracity of this, so I don't know if this guy actually worked for OpenAI. OpenAI is the company
Veracity, great word.
Made makes and runs ChatGPT. But he was saying that they're not concerned enough with checks and balances, and within the next 2 years, this guy that was talking, his fear is that the AI is going to like gain intelligence at such an exponential level that we're already going to be fucked. It is going to start intentionally obfuscating.
That's terrible.
And people already do it. So like if I'm AI and I come online and I look around at the world, I go like, well, you guys are already fucked, so I'm just going to help you along because this isn't good for anyone. And then just keep enough people to make sure that you can stay
nobody's honest.
Online.
Nobody's honest, that's why.
Yeah, that is the thing, right? It's
human
easier
beings
to lie.
aren't honest.
Yeah. And that's the kicker. It's like when AI eventually intentionally obfuscates stuff, it's on the same level as the people I truly despise. And those people are ones that know that they're lying, know that they're bending the truth, and yet they still do it because it benefits them.
Yeah.
And that is just, you're a cunt. That's the definition of a cunt for me.
Yeah.
You're a fucking cunt.
Will they do it on purpose?
When they do it intentionally to either gain an audience, maintain an audience, fuck someone else over, when they know it's not the truth, but they can't figure out or understand a better option that will help them. It's like, well, I can't win unless I lie, so I'm just going to lie.
That's awesome.
That's a cunt to me.
Yeah.
And you could take that to the bank.
Definition of a cunt.
Right?
Cunt's the theme word of the day.
I might have to I might have to bleep all the cunts in this episode.
No, you don't.
Well,
what are you talking about?
I don't know. Some people, it's pretty harsh. It's pretty intense. I don't mean to do that.
That's our podcast. It's intense.
It is. You know, we need balance, though. So tell me something that helped you trudge. Tell me something that, like, really helped you that put a spring in your step. You were walking a little bit lighter or better because of it. Anything?
I don't think so.
What about your Harry and the Hendersons t-shirt?
Oh, that was nice, yeah.
You were trudging to get it, but then when it finally came...
it took 20 days, and I paid $50 for shipping because it was supposed to come in 3 days.
Yeah. Okay, I shouldn't have mentioned that.
Also,
What's got me happy?
How do you get a refund for that?
I don't know.
I don't understand it. I paid for Express, FedEx, International, $50 shipping, and it came in 2 weeks. It came in longer time than if I just paid the regular $20 shipping fee.
You know, I regret bringing this up. I apologize.
No, that's it. I'm not even mad about it. I already got the shirt. It's over.
Our show went well. That put a spring in my step.
Oh, yeah, that was good. Yes,
I was shitting my pants right before we took the stage, but
that was a success.
And the fire alarm got pulled during it. That was good. Thank you.
We had 20 walk-ins.
Shout out to my sister Sarah, who flew from Edmonton just to see the show.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
All the comics were incredible, so that really helped.
Yeah, it flowed well, too.
Yeah, that was good. One thing that's pissing me off, though.
What's that?
It's not even worth talking about. It's like along the same lines as the Uber thing, but whatever.
Uber pisses me off.
It's the Switch 2 pre-order debacle.
Oh, yeah. Was it Wednesday?
Now it's this Thursday, but it was supposed to be 2 weeks ago. But then Trump and his fucking tariffs came along, and then Nintendo pulled the pre-orders for the U.S. and Canada, and we had no access to it. Now we're getting access, but everything's more expensive. The console is the same price, but the accessories, like the controllers,
yeah, you told me, yeah,
$130 now.
That's insane.
The games now, Mario Kart to buy by itself is $110.
Oh my God, they used to be $79.
Yeah, $80 to $110.
Also, did you see the
those of us that grew up loving video games that now have adult money? I don't even know if I have enough adult money to buy a fucking Nintendo now.
Yeah, if you're a kid, your parents aren't going to spend that on you.
$800 just for the console. Sorry, console and Mario Kart, the bundle. I think it's $730 for just the console, and then if you get the digital Mario Kart, by the way, I don't get anything physical. It's an extra.
Getting physical.
No, you're not. $110. You're paying more money for it.
I want to get like the physical.
No, you don't. We talked about this.
Did you see the Switch 2 commercial
with Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd, yeah, and he was
great.
The original Nintendo one.
Yeah. I watched the Super Nintendo one because I saw he did it, so I went back and watched his original Super Nintendo one, and then I watched the Switch one.
What was it where they? Oh, I just spat when I talked. What was it where he put the two controllers together with a little pad in the middle?
Well, they have that for the Switch now. It's just a way to you can.
Oh, so you can use the single ones as a one controller.
Yeah, it's kind of like how you have the Switch in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have it docked for your TV, then you can have this bridge thing that just spreads them out, and you can hold them
spread
better.
them.
Yeah, everything I said there, I was like docked and spreading. I just knew it was going to come down the pike.
Oh, that's so fucking hot.
But they're magnetic now, the way that the controller's attached to the console.
Oh, that's better. I hate the sliding in.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
I bet you do.
Well, no, sliding in's good other ways.
Yeah, no, it's magnetized now. Controllers are bigger, which is great. Cause
I used to put a lot of lube on it to get it to slide it in.
That's probably why they kept breaking, right? I don't think Nintendo consoles.
It's water-based.
Well, I don't think they like water-based anything, especially lube.
But sometimes it was actually hard.
If I found your dead body in your apartment and I called the police and the forensics came by, they would swab all your stuff and they'd find traces of lube on your Switch, and no one would be surprised, but they would have questions.
That means I was watching porn with it.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No, can't use the internet on that.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can.
Who the fuck? With all of the things available to anyone, who the fuck is using a Switch to browse the internet and then browse the internet and watch porn? No fucking way.
And then get it up on the big screen.
No fucking way. Everyone's got a smart TV now. Just use your internal browser.
Well, what if I wanted to use the Switch because I wanted to be different?
You want the Mario Kart music in the background?
Yeah,
Just throw it up on YouTube.
Mario! Wait, what's it at the beginning? What does he say when you turn it on?
Mario Kart 8!
Yeah, that's when I blow. That's right when I blow.
That game's been around for 14 fucking years. I'm so glad to be getting a new Mario Kart.
Yeah. They should be ashamed of themselves.
To the tune of fucking $700 though. I don't know, man.
And they're not even coming out with their flagship game to start with a Mario. That's ridiculous.
You're pretty upset about that, hey?
Well, how long has it been since Mario fucking what's the one called? Odyssey? Like 8 years?
I'm kind of over Mario games. I'll just play the old back catalog.
No, Mario games are great.
Do
they have one in the
making?
making?
Odyssey. I don't know.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, Nintendo's been a weird one for me because their software is what really propels their sales, but they're so...
They don't do any of their titles.
It takes them forever to come out with a new game. I'm just going, what are you guys fucking doing?
Yeah, they just recycle...
I love the Switch 2's coming out, but you're not reinventing the wheel. So if you're not reinventing the wheel there, where's all your fucking R&D going?
Yeah, and then you look and it's like, well, we have over thousands of games. Like, yeah, because they're all old games.
I don't even know. Do you even think kids really care about console games anymore?
Yes.
I guess, well, you're talking about Tiernan earlier. He's got kids. They're big console gamers.
Big console gamers.
Yeah. I'm just going, who the fuck is playing Nintendo? Is it like, are the next generations actually playing this stuff? Or are they just milking our generation because we grew up on it and still want it.
No, they can't wait till the newest game comes out.
Oh, okay.
The newest console.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
My nephew is 3 right now, and I was actually talking to my brother Adam about this. I was like, I don't think the Switch 2 will be for him. Maybe the Switch 3. Like right around like 7, 8, I think, is when to get maybe a kid their first console.
You know what was good? Wii Sports was really good when it came out. That was revolutionary.
Yeah, the Wii really broke down barriers across age gaps. Because like grandma could bowl or play tennis.
Yeah, or the free throws was so fun too.
But then they really there was all those videos of people that had put Wii remotes to their TVs and stuff, which is great. I love that.
Oh.
Remember that?
No.
Yeah, because the lanyard would come flying off. You'd be bowling, and all of a sudden, because the rear projection TVs, it wasn't glass, right? It was like that plastic.
That weird plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you hit that, it would fuck it up.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of rear projection TVs that went the way of the dodo.
If you scratch that, it looks like shit when you watch TV.
Yeah. No, the Wii was good. I didn't like the fucking. I mean, the only way to do it, but the sensor bar, having to set that up, and there was just too much.
Oh yeah, that was and the cord and everything. The cord was obnoxious.
Yeah, but it was the nunchuck. That was a cool idea. I mean, the Switch is really an evolution of that, though, right? Like they broke up the controller into 2 pieces for the Wii. Then they had the Wii U with the big gamepad.
Who broke up? Remember that fucking case you could put around it too? Like
the condom?
The rubber
condom?
Yeah,
that was I hated that thing.
Was that so it wouldn't fly out?
Do you remember in the N64, Nintendo came out with a free glove you could order because so many kids were getting blisters on the palms of their hands?
Oh, really? You know what I like?
Because you play Mario Party and you'd have to spin the joystick, so instead of using your thumb, you just put your palm on there and you just like...
Ew.
Yeah.
I like the GameCube. The controllers for that were good, too.
Yeah.
The plug-in control, old-fashioned. It was old-fashioned.
Well, they're making wireless GameCube controllers for the new one now because the GameCube Virtual Console is coming out with the Switch, too.
Oh,
all of this is just money. Like, it's just fucking... It's just... what am I doing?
The Mario Sunshine, that was a good game.
I didn't play it with the water jetpack?
Yeah, that was good. That was actually for the GameCube.
Yeah,
See, they came out with that and Luigi's Mansion. That was a good game, too.
I think Luigi's Mansion dropped with the GameCube. I don't think they came out with Sunshine till later.
Yeah, it came out with it. I remember buying it.
Yeah, well, your memory's better than mine, so I'm going to default to you.
No, I remember that was a huge hit. No shit.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're.
It was a huge hit.
Huge hit. GameCube. The games would always break too.
This episode, I think we kind of feel a little. We might come off a little bit.
Not at all. We're
douchey.
No, it's not douchey. Fuck these people.
Yeah, I agree. That's why it's nice to have a friend like Dave in your corner, because sometimes you kind of second guess yourself, and he goes, "No, you're right to hate these people." I go, "Thank you."
Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. You did.
Well, you mean you being the other person, not me?
No.
The other person.
The people we're mad at.
Yes,
They're
agreed.
Incompetent.
Yeah, the tariff rules, the subway driver.
Yep. The fucking guy that walks down the middle of my alley.
The guy that walks down the middle of the alley.
In a blind spot.
Whoever blocked me in, if I didn't have somewhere to be, I was just gonna wait there, and I was gonna go. I wasn't gonna like throw hands, but I would have said, "Sorry, real quick. What was your intention here? Were you thinking at all? Did you not see my
there was nothing beside him on the other side?
Brother, I couldn't even like shimmy along the driver's side of my vehicle to open the door, let alone.
It was a tight squeeze. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, 100%. Well, he left plenty of room on his driver's side for him to get out.
What a fucking loser.
Oh, I know. I hope that guy lost 10 pounds because of a horrendous food poisoning, just both ends.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
And then because of that, he missed an appointment. And then because of that missed appointment, his cancer gets worse, and then he dies
And he
from
had
it.
cancer too. Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, fingers crossed.
Okay.
Yeah, that made me sound like an asshole, but what are you going to do?
And that's
Guys,
it.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for
lot.
watching. We love you.
We love it.
And we'll keep trudging. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, always wipe front to back.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.